Brenda Walker.
And where do you teach?
I teach at Robbinsford Middle School. I am a program assistant. I also substitute teach for my ESE department, exceptional special education students.
And how long have you been teaching?
And I've been teaching 10 years. It'll be 11 years this year.
Okay. First question, how do you communicate with your students, parents, and colleagues?
How do we communicate with them? Well, first of all, we always send out the first day of school is our email, the email address. The parents have a website that they can get on with Orange County Public Schools. And then we send home information through paper. We give out notice and slips to the parents for them to be able to communicate back with us. So they wouldn't be able to sit and say that they didn't receive messages on their students, on their kids, because they have the email that we send out email, and then from the email we do make phone calls. From phone calls communication, we also send out letters to the parents as well.
Okay, what are your favorite classroom strategies for student learning and for classroom management?
What we do is we play a little game at first. So we do can you pause it? So what we do as classroom management, after the Pledge of Allegiance and ask the kids how they're doing first thing in the morning, we do maybe like 10 minutes of icebreakers, and then we'll fall off in groups.
What information can you provide me about the Florida System for School Improvement and Accountability?
Their IEPs, which is the individual educational plans, we try to look at that. We also try to look at the BIPs, which is their behavior individual plans. And then once we do that, then we go by the Orange County Public School, Tallahassee, the state rule of the school. We go by that process, and what we do is we use their curriculum. Sometimes kids are not always on grade level. My grade level that I teach with is the 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. So there's a combination of all three of them in there, grade levels. After the grade levels, then we kind of like narrow it down what levels they're actually really on. So we group them like that through the school board system.
Okay, and how do you collect and use data from formative and summative assessments to monitor learning gains and student progress?
We do their progress by the assessment that is usually done through the curriculum, or we have different apps that are set up by the school board that we usually get to educate our students with. So when we do the summative, what we do with that is we basically try to sum it up to the highest level to the lowest level, and then we go from the lowest level to the highest level of the assessment when we're monitoring our students with different apps.
Okay, how do you align your formative and summative assessments with standards?
When we align them with the summative and the formative, we first give out the formative as the ABC. And I forgot, didn't it for them? But it's the ABC order that we give to them, and then we do the summative by sitting there and seeing what they remember. We also go by their cognitives. From their cognitive, then we go through their sensory, what they're learning.
Tell me about your use of multi-sensory instruction to improve student achievement.
Multi-sensory to improve your students' achievement. Through our students' achievement, what we do is we introduce them in different categories of their learning stabilities, and what we do as far as that is like with their math, with their English, word knowledge. We go in different areas to try to keep the kids on task and helping them to achieve their goals.
How does the standards you teach affect the scope and sequence of your curriculum?
We do it by like a point system for each individual in their point system. If they start out as a 1, we go to 10 as being like the highest, trying to keep our kids on target with the curriculum for Orange County Public School as well as Tallahassee. So what we do is we maneuver the students in showing us what they have learned throughout, I think it's like out the week. Throughout the week, we always do the first 5 days out the week, and then we go from there. Like whatever they learned on Monday, we pretty much put it in perspective of their curriculum through that Friday. And then we kind of like skill test them to see how much they learn in different areas throughout the day.
To what level does the scope and sequence of your standard-based curriculum drive your instruction decision?
Our decision is based on teams meeting together. We'll have the teachers, and then we'll have like the teachers and the parents. And then what we do is we compare our notes on Wednesdays, and then on Fridays we make sure that the kids are all on the same standards. If they're not on the same standards, then that's where we go and we break up each individual and we kind of lower the curriculum a little bit. By giving them different instructions and allowing the teacher's assistants, which is the paras, to work individualized with those students.
And how do you incorporate character-based practices into your classroom management?
Ooh, we teach the kids. Oh, what is that we teach them? We incorporate the characters of each kid. It's different because each kid is not always on the same level. You have kids that have a behavior issues, those that want to learn, those that are not learning, and you have those that have different cognitive issues that they hear and they don't hear, they see and they don't see. The audio, we use some of the audio. Oh my gosh, they give out what it is. It's like audio. It's an audio curriculum that we have for our students that we give them. It's almost like not them using a laptop, but they use other programs in the classroom to help keep them situated as a classroom management. So in our classroom management, what I mean by that is that each kid, we'll find the kids that are not being able to maintain their upper higher level function. Those kids right there are grouped with the teacher. Those that are lower functioning are grouped with me. So what I do is I usually take those kids that can't sit that long. I take them for a walk around to the outside track, and then we come back, and then they're like more on a level of wanting and willing to learn. So there's different functions that we usually do to help with our classroom management.
Okay, thank you.